This is Chand Kaur, Assistant Professor of Pharmacology, working with RPIIT Technical and Medical Campus, Karnal. Today, through this video, I am going to share a brief information about various lung diseases. So here we go. Through this video, we will learn about various lung conditions. To understand various lung conditions, we need to understand about lungs. So let's have a brief introduction about lungs. Human body contains a pair of lungs. Lungs are spongy air-filled organs located on either side of the chest. The trachea, called as windpipe, conducts inhaled air into the lungs through its tubular branches called bronchi. The bronchi then divides into smaller and smaller branches called as bronchioles, and bronchioles eventually end in the cluster of microscopic air sacs called alveoli. As we can see here in this picture, that trachea is dividing into two primary bronchi, and bronchi is further dividing multiple times into bronchioles, and bronchioles eventually end in cluster of microscopic air sacs called as alveoli, and alveoli are the main site of gaseous exchange. Oxygen from the air is absorbed into blood. Carbon dioxide travels from the blood into the alveoli where it can be exhaled. Between the alveoli is a thin layer of cells called as interstitium, which contains blood vessels and cells that help and support the alveoli. Lungs are covered by a thin tissue of layer called as pleura. Let's move to lung conditions. So the first lung condition is COPD, chronic obstructive lung disease. Smoking is by far the most common cause of COPD. Smoking leads to the damage of lungs, resulting in difficulty blowing air out, causing shortness of breath. Emphysema. It is a form of COPD usually caused by smoking. The fragile walls between the lungs, air sacs are damaged, trapping air in the lungs and making breathing difficult. Next condition is chronic bronchitis. It is characterized by repeated frequent episodes of productive cough, usually caused by smoking. Whereas pneumonia, it is an infection caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae. Asthma. The lungs airways become inflamed in asthma and there is spasm, causing shortness of breath and wheezing. Allergies, viral infections, or air pollutions often trigger asthmatic symptoms and attack. Acute bronchitis. It is an infection of the lungs, usually caused by a virus, and cough is the main symptom of acute bronchitis. Let's talk about pulmonary fibrosis. As COVID-19 patients who stay in ICU for longer duration, they also suffer from pulmonary fibrosis, which is irreversible in nature. So, pulmonary fibrosis is a form of interstitial lung disease. The interstitium becomes scarred, making the lung stiff and causing shortness of breath. Obesity hypoventilation syndrome. Extra weight makes it difficult to expand the chest when breathing. This can lead to long-term breathing problems. So one must manage his or her weight. Next is pleural effusion. In this, fluid buildups in the normally tiny spaces between the lungs and the inside of the chest wall. If there is large pleural effusions, they may cause problems while breathing. Pleurisy. This is inflammation of lining of the lungs, that is pleura. This can be resulted by any of the autoimmune conditions. Many infections or a pulmonary embolism may cause pleurisy. Next condition is bronchiectasis. In this, the airways become inflamed and expand abnormally, usually after repeated infections. Whereas in cystic fibrosis, this is a genetic condition in which mucus doesn't clear easily from the airways. The excess mucus causes repeated episodes of bronchitis and pneumonia throughout life. Interstitial lung disease. Interstitial lung disease, we can say it is a collection of conditions in which the interstitium becomes diseased. Interstitium is the lining between the air sacs. Lung cancer. Lung cancer may affect almost any part of the lung. Most lung cancer is caused by smoking. The next lung condition is tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, that is a aerobic bacteria. It primarily affects lungs, but it can also affect many other organs, like it can affect intestine, bones, lymph nodes, and skin. Acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS. In this, there is severe sudden injury to the lungs caused by serious illness. In this, life support with mechanical ventilation is usually needed to survive until the lungs recover. Next condition is histoplasmosis. This is an infection caused by inhaling Histoplasma capsulatum, a fungus found in the soil. Most histoplasma pneumonias are mild, causing only a short-lived cough and flu-like syndromes. Hypersensitivity pneumonitis. Inhaled dust causes an allergic reaction in the lungs, resulting in allergic alveolitis. Usually, this occurs in persons who have exposure to the dust, like farmers or others who work with dried, dusty plant material. Next disease is influenza. Influenza it is an infection by one or more flu viruses causing fever, body aches, and coughing lasting a week or more. Influenza can progress to life-threatening pneumonia, especially in older people with medical problems. Next condition is mesothelioma. It is a rare form of cancer that forms from the cells lining various organs of the body, with the lungs being the most common. Pertussis. Whooping cough is the main symptom. Pertussis can also be called as whooping cough. It is a highly contagious infection of the airways, that is bronchi. Pulmonary hypertension. Many conditions lead to high blood pressure in the arteries leading from the heart to the lungs. If no cause can be identified, then the condition can be called as idiopathic pulmonary arterial hypertension. Next is pulmonary embolism. Embolism means clot. A blood clot, usually from a vein in the leg, may break off and travel to the heart, which pumps the clot into the lungs. Sudden shortness of breath is the most common symptom of pulmonary embolism. Next condition of lung is severe acute respiratory syndrome. A severe pneumonia. It is a severe pneumonia caused by a specific virus, firstly discovered in Asia in 2002. Next is pneumothorax. It is a condition when there is air in the chest. It occurs when air enters the area around the lungs, that is the pleural space, abnormally. Pneumothorax can be caused by an injury or may happen spontaneously, whereas COVID-19 patients, pneumothorax can be seen in ICU patients suffering with COVID-19. So let's talk about tests to diagnose lung conditions. So the very common test is chest X-ray. Chest X-ray is the most common first test for lung problems. It can identify air or fluid in the chest, fluid in the lungs, pneumonia, masses, foreign bodies, and other problems. Computed tomography, that is CT scan. It uses X-ray and a computer to make detailed picture of the lungs and nearby structures. PFTs, that is pulmonary function test. It is a series of tests to evaluate how well the lungs are working. Whereas spirometry, it is a part of pulmonary function tests and it measures how fast and how much air you can breathe out. Next test is sputum culture. Culturing mucus coughed up from the lungs can sometimes identify the organism responsible for a pneumonia or bronchitis or tuberculosis. Sputum cytology, it is a test in which viewing sputum under a microscope for abnormal cells can help to diagnose lung cancer and other conditions. Next test is lung biopsy.
A small piece of tissue is taken from the lungs, either through bronchoscopy or surgery. Examining the biopsied tissue under a microscope can help diagnose lung conditions. Next is flexible bronchoscopy. It is a type of endoscopy. An endoscope means flexible tube with a lighted camera on its end is passed through the nose or mouth in the airways, that is bronchi. Rigid bronchoscopy. Rigid bronchoscopy is often more effective than flexible bronchoscopy. In this, a rigid metal tube is introduced through the mouth into the lungs, whereas magnetic resonance imaging, that is MRI scan. MRI scanner uses radio waves in a magnetic field to create high resolution images of structures inside the chest. So let's talk about treatments for lung conditions. So the first treatment is thoracotomy. So it is the surgery that enters the chest wall. Thoracotomy may be done to treat some serious conditions, lung conditions, or to obtain a lung biopsy. Next is VATS, video assisted thoracoscopic surgery. It may be used to treat or diagnose various lung conditions. Chest tube thoracostomy. A tube is inserted through an incision in the chest wall in order to drain fluid or air from around the lungs. Antibiotics, medicines that kill bacteria, are used to treat most common cases of pneumonia. Antibiotics are not effective in cases of viral infections. Antiviral drugs, they are effective against influenza virus. Bronchodilators, persons who are suffering from COPD and asthma where there is inflammation in airways. So bronchodilator can be used as inhaled medicines. Corticosteroids in the form of inhalers or oral steroids can reduce inflammation and improve symptoms in asthma and COPD. Mechanical ventilation. People with severe attack of lung disease may require a machine called as a ventilator to assist breathing. The ventilator pumps in air through a tube inserted into the mouth or the neck. Continuous positive airway pressure. C. Air pressure applied by a machine through a mask keeps the airway open. It is used at night to treat sleep apnea, but it is also useful for some people with COPD. Lung transplant. Surgical removal of diseased lung and replacement with organ donor lungs. Severe COPD, pulmonary hypertension, and pulmonary fibrosis are sometimes treated with lung transplant. Lungs resection. A diseased portion of the lungs is removed through surgery. Most often, it is done in lung cancer. Vasodilators. People with pulmonary hypertension may require long-term medicines to lower the pressure in their lungs. Chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Lung cancer is often not curable with surgery. Chemotherapy and radiation therapy can help improve symptoms and sometimes extend life with lung cancer. So here are some tips to take care of lungs. So don't smoke, avoid the outdoors when there are high levels of air pollution or pollen. Brush your teeth at least twice a day. Carry an alcohol-based hand cleanser. Check out home for mold. Consider using an air purifier indoors to reduce air pollution from dust, pet dander, and chemicals. Don't chew tobacco. Avoid secondhand smoke. Get regular aerobics exercise such as walking and jogging to help improve your lung capacity. Get vaccinated against the flu and pneumonia, especially if you have asthma. Wash your hands with soap and water several times a day. If you are traveling abroad, talk to a doctor about getting recommended vaccinations. See a doctor regularly to get health checkups. Thank you.